President Biden brings back scheduled press room briefings after Trump almost neglected them. President Biden brought back the traditional White House press briefings after Trump almost neglected them. Before the Trump administration, it was standard for the White House, the State Department, and the Department of Defense to hold scheduled press room briefings on a regular basis. Controversy often surrounded the Trump administration's public briefings, whether they talked about something as trivial as the size of the inaugural attendees, to images of White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer allegedly hiding in bushes to evade reporters, to the consistent change of White House press secretaries, to outright banning certain news outlets, and let's not forget the awkward Trump briefings of unproven remedies for C1.9. Do you remember the injecting disinfectant, standing in the sun, and UV light suggestions? On some occasions, Trump took to social media to complain about the reporters asking hostile questions. I should point out that it is the media's role to ask tough questions or questions that seem hostile, as it holds members of the White House accountable for their decisions, actions, or inactions. Trump made it seem like they were just targeting him, when in reality, journalists have always asked tough questions since the initiation of White House press briefings. At one point, the Trump administration reduced the amount of press room briefings. His administration went over 300 days without a briefing. And the State Department and Pentagon had also significantly reduced the amount of their public briefings. Since the Biden-Harris administration took office in January 2021, their press secretary and agencies like the Department of Defense with the Pentagon have had regular public briefings, answering questions from the media or providing updates. What are White House press briefings, and why are they important? White House press briefings are essential communication mediums that allow the media to directly communicate with White House representatives. They are usually held in the press briefing room with the press secretary. Sometimes, the President of the United States also uses this room to talk to the nation and the media. Other agencies and departments may also use the room or similar rooms where they have public briefings with reporters. When issues like natural disasters, the economy, government shutdowns, war, or international matters occur, reporters can directly communicate with the White House through public briefings. This creates transparency because everyone has access to the briefings. The public and reporters can see if questions surrounding discussed topics are being answered or avoided, and it allows anyone who watches to fact-check answers from the White House or other departments. President Biden is following previous administrations before the Trump administration by bringing back regularly scheduled public press secretary, agency, and department briefings because it symbolizes bringing back tradition, accountability, and transparency. This concludes our video. If you have managed to watch it until the end, we thank you. If this video has been helpful to you, liking this video and subscribing to our channel would mean a lot to us. What that does for us is it gives us an indication that we are building an audience and that we are creating helpful content for our viewers.